Rain hasn't hit Rowra yet, but it's definitely looking like it might threaten to. The Ohvale Cup is up next. What can Max Robinson and Caden Herring do? Leo Soliu and Sebastian Gass on the second row. From Mason Fedrick, Cian Daly, and then Simpson, Saville, Mason Hams, and Jasper O'Neill-White, rounding out another competitive top 10 grid ahead of us. 11th position on the grid is Austin Wilton alongside Ella Mosgrove, and then Thomas Med and Parker Cesari to round out the field. So are we going in for a solid race battle from the pole position? Off we go, and it's a great start for Robinson. No issues at all there. Sebastian Gass tried to get into second position, past Caden Herring, had to bail out of the throttle. Mason Fedrick still finds himself there in fourth position with Leo Soliu giving chase. Cian Daly's had a much better start this time, finds himself now in P6 and is holding off the charging pack. But down into the hairpin, it's all about our race leader, Max Robinson, just trying to control his pace off the start. Herring in a very solid second position, chasing down the man from County Antrim. Then it is Sebastian Gass ahead of Leo Soliu and Mason Fedrick, who's got ahead of Cian Daly. So the five riders, in fact, Mason Fedrick's actually got into fourth place. He's got ahead of Leo Soliu already on this lap. He must have done that into Stewart.
Yeah, so we saw a fantastic race in the first programme, if you were with us then. The game got problems with the transponders for the race leaders. It is indeed Max Robinson out front. It's not showing on the left of your screen at the moment. Hopefully that will update shortly. Gass sets the fastest lap.
Yes, is. Look at the assault of Sebastian Gass through the chicane as he actually made massive progress on Caden Herring. Herring was a little bit tentative. Gass was just all guns blazing, and he actually had to back off the throttle for fear of clipping the back of Herring's bike. He was so close to it, and on the second lap you can already tell that Sebastian Gass means serious business here.
Yeah, so the timing's updated left of your screen, so it is Robinson from Herring, then Gass, Fedrick. Says MFRE on the left of the screen, it should be FED. Mason Fedrick, not Mason Frederick.
Now let's see what Sebastian Gass can do about Caden Herring as they work their way through Sunny up towards Paddock Bend. So far so good for Max Robinson, no pressure on him at the moment. He's got a little bit of a lead, doesn't need a massive one to control the pace of this race. Fedrick still holding on from Soliu as they work their way through the chicane. Up through the left, up through the right, and up towards McRae's. Sebastian Gass is really strong on that part of the course, but he's just not willing to commit the big risk offence on the inside of Caden Herring this early on in the race. He's still got a little bit of time to play with. The young man from Bourne in Lincolnshire, that's Leo Soliu, currently keeping a watching brief in fifth position behind Mason Fedrick, hoping that the Dayglow Orange machine is a little bit slower than his own bike in the next few laps.
Yeah, Fedrick, we saw, had that great comeback ride for second place. He was delighted with that, wasn't he? In race 2, effectively, it was, of the weekend. Race 1 took place yesterday. That wasn't covered on the, wasn't filmed, that race, but yeah, 3 races over the weekend. This is the third of the 3.
So having dealt with Soliu, we already know that once he makes one move, it's very hard to stop him making more. So let's see how that plays out. Cian Daly's got well clear of these two. That was Simpson and Saville having a terrific tussle, and Mason Hams was in amongst them as well. So that battle for 7th position could be ongoing. Here it is again. You can see that at the moment Simpson has it. Further into the race, we're getting our way through the traffic, and Gass is having a decent run here, but is that Fedrick now through? I think that's Fedrick having worked his way past. Yes, indeed. So Fedrick is now side by side with Soliu. They've both dealt with Caden Herring, but it's going to be who breaks latest through Stewart. Mason Fedrick. Goodness me, that was brave. He left his braking as late as humanly possible to hold off the charge of Leo Soliu. And Soliu almost lost out to Caden Herring as a result. That was a proper concertina effect out of the turn, wasn't it? A chain reaction that very nearly ended up going against Leo Soliu. Caden Herring has got to go back to the drawing board in 5th place.
Yeah, great race again. Fedrick doing it all over like he did in the first race. Not quite as far forward as he would like in this one. 3rd instead of 2nd, but great ride once more.
Soliu's biting back. That's lovely on the inside line. Soliu does challenge Fedrick and get him back again, but Fedrick's not done yet. I can sense another big move coming. Straight into the hairpin at Iredale's. Late on the brakes from Soliu. That was tough to hold on to, and he has absolutely held his nerve there in 3rd position. Fedrick was coming at him like a ton of bricks out the window, and this is very impressive from Soliu to be able to hold on to it.
Fastest lap on the last lap for Sebastian Gass, 54.449 for him. But not quite the fastest lap of the race. That's Robinson currently
Well, Robinson doesn't really need to do much more than he's currently doing as he continues to control the pace of this one. Still, we've got this terrific battle. Soliu, having got ahead of Federic, is now right on the tail of Sebastian Gas. So I'm afraid if Gas is going to secure second place, he's going to have to pull off some classical gas in order to hold off the charging Leo Soliu. This is going to be very tricky. Further back, we've got Simpson and Saville, who are joined at the hip, and they have been since the start of the race. The young man from Dungannon is just holding his nerve here avidly, with Harvey Saville chasing him down and hunting him. He must be spitting the exhaust fumes of Simpson's bike.
Race leader coming through traffic. Again, beautiful move. Beautiful move. You can't deny Max Robinson has been on it this weekend in this class. He's racing more than this class and not as quick in the other class. That is the race leader picked out and goes straight past. And what a great ride.
It's nip one, pearl one, drop one, curl one, isn't it? He's just so good at picking his moment. Is that Soliu ahead of Sebastian Gas? I think on the timing screen, Soliu's got ahead. He has. So Soliu has found the move on Sebastian Gas, and they're only 3 seconds back from Robinson. If Robinson has a tougher time of it, then there's a chance. But into the last lap we've gone. And look, Sebastian Gas hasn't given up on Soliu. Soliu's still in second, but can Gas snatch it back? We're going into Stewart for the last time on the bottom of Lakeside as they come up the crest again towards St John's. He's only going to get one more shot.
This is the race leader, right-handed through St John's, left-handed here through Sunny Bend, out towards Paddock Bend for the last time. And again, it was a comfortable victory in race 2 earlier in the last programme. It's going to be another comfortable victory here, and it is Robinson that takes it from Soliu that holds on from Sebastian Gas. They are the top 3.
Just over a tenth of a second between Robinson and, between Soliu and Gas at the line, I should say. Federic ahead of Herring and close to the line as well. A couple of the riders further back, Austin Wilton and Jasper O'Neill-White, taking their fight all the way to the checkered. Max Robinson holds off Leo Soliu, with Sebastian Gas only a tenth behind the number 36. Federic fighting well ahead of Caden Herring in 4th and 5th. Cian Daly in 6th place ahead of Leon Simpson and Harvey Saville. And then Mason Hams finishes up just ahead of Austin Wilton.